For the last 10 months, 31 young men have made the National Youth Cadet compound at Mile 21 on the George Price Highway their home. They left behind family and friends to accept the challenge put before them by the Belize Youth Challenge, BYC, a program jointly run by the Ministry of National Security and the Ministry of Human Development, Social Transformation and Poverty Alleviation. The program functions as an intervention, equipping at-risk young men aged 15 to 17 years with the necessary values, skills, education, and discipline to become successful adults. Anthony Castillo, Commandant for the BYC, shared more on the program.
It is a one-year residential program that caters for young males between the ages of 15 and 17, young males who may be at risk of running into conflict with the law, or for young men who may have run into conflict with the law or have behavioral problem. As I said, it's a one-year residential. They reside here at the facility at Mile 21, and they are taught varying vocational skills, academic program, and we use military-style discipline.
The Youth Challenge is modeled off a similar program run by the Louisiana National Guard, and likewise is co-managed by a local security force, the Belize Defense Force, BDF. Coming from a military background, the members of the BDF have received the necessary training to work with the young men in the program.
We're here, of course, for the discipline. And a lot of us might say, why have the Belize Defense Force working with young men? Aren't they too rough? They're going to rough those boys up.
Accept the challenge!
Well, not really. In fact, upon joining two ministries or merging two ministries to be a part of this program, there are a number of classes that the members of the Belize Defense Force are to take. They did trauma care, they did the CCP, Core Correctional Practices. We've even visited our sister or parent school in Louisiana, where we did numerous classes in counseling and psychology, how to work with these young men, and how to get them prepared for the outside world.
While there is a strong focus on discipline, education is also a priority for the cadets enrolled in the BYC. In addition to their daily vocational classes, some cadets are enrolled in a computer-aided learning program, while others are prepared for their PSC and high school.
All the subjects which are taken during the PSC are taught here at the institution, and when the time is up to do the exam is brought up to the institution and they sit the exam right here at the facility. Also, while they are here, we have an online high school program where they could catch up wherever they may have left from and continue their high school education while at the facility. But after completing, they are encouraged then to go into the high schools as well.
Once the young men complete their first year, a new phase of the program kicks in.
They are either placed on the job for those who are prepared to go into the work field. They have others who may want to go into one of the ITVs throughout the country, or there are some who are now prepared to go into high school. And our social worker and our community rehabilitation officers work closely with these young men as a support, as a mentor, to guide them and support them for a following year.
Wayne Perry is one of the 22 cadets who successfully passed out from the BYC in its inaugural year. He is now enrolled in the electrical program at the ITVET Belize City and has hopes of joining the BDF in October.
It helped me in my anger management, so I used to call the lot of anger. Now I know how to manage my anger and badness. That's a long thing, miss, but in the end, you're proud, miss.
So what is the experience like for the young men whose day starts at 5 a.m.? We heard from Intake 2's top cadets.
The first thing you know as you wake, you spread a bed, you urinate, and you put on attendance for the physical training. Then after that, you come back, bathe, and get ready for the day's activities. So everything just blends in normally after a period of time. I came into the program with some ecocentric behaviors, not wanting to listen and having my own way. But when I realized this is my only chance to step up in life. I had to slow down and do the right thing.
Well, I didn't have many challenges. Just if you humble yourself and do good, you will flow with the program. And what I like best is the drill and command.
And what plans do these young men have for their future?
My plan is to go back to school again, Mom. Finish my school and join the police department, Mom.
I want to serve my country and not my country's streets. So then I'm going to follow my education and serve my country in the right way by joining the Belize Coast Guard.
Like Sergeant Iko and Corporal Sankey, other young men who have completed the program have also been given the green light to join the National Security Forces.
We extend the offer to any cadet that survived the challenge and is of the minimum age to enter into the next intake of the Belize Defense Force, the Belize Police Force, or the Belize Coast Guard. This Belize Youth Challenge Program has earned you the entry pass. We will welcome you to join us in defending our land and our seas and to contribute to keeping the peace in our communities.
While parents may want to have their sons enrolled in the program, it is especially important that the young men themselves have a genuine interest in participating.
The program is voluntary. Once we made our selections, the last thing we will do is send a child down the road. We try not to expel anybody from the program because after we do our screening, we think that this BYC program may just be the last step for that young person before the Wagner's Youth Facility at the prison.
Before the recruits head to their new home, along with their parents, they are interviewed. We spoke to the parents of 2 incoming recruits who were at the Community Rehabilitation Department office for their interviews. They shared with us what sparked their interest in the program.
Well, the program is sound good. Sometimes I meet people who went to it already before and they talk to me about it, and I say I will try to my son.
I hope for that they achieve something like be a police, for instance, BDF, Coast Guard, whatever, and for achieve nothing at all and just hang out and they'll get hurt or end up 6 feet underground.
2 years in, the Belize Youth Challenge has proven to be a large success.
This is our second intake, and our 1-year plan has been very effective. We have accomplished almost 90% of what we've set out to do. We got the pilot project off the ground. We got the number of guys we wanted to get off the streets and into the program. We have done the lessons and the VOTEC classes that we've set out to do. There's still some stuff that we can improve on, and we'll work on that in year 3. But for now, I think we have made great strides and we're on the road to success.
And for parents and young men ready to take on the Belize Youth Challenge, the BYC team stands ready.
We have our social worker, we have our counselor, then we have our BDF cadre with the discipline to try to mold that young person. That after this 10 months program, he'll be prepared either for the workforce or also to continue his education.
We're ready to take on this challenge. We're ready to train our young men. We're ready to make them productive citizens. We just need them to come here.
As we celebrate your graduation today, the call goes to everyone to continue the work so that the Belize Youth Challenge will continue to be positioned to offer hope to our young men and someday young women, to enable them to rise to the challenges of growing up in an ever-changing world.
I, as a youth attending the Belize Youth Challenge Program, realize that honesty in all things is the foundation of a good character. Therefore, I will not fight, lie, cheat, steal, smoke, or tolerate others who do. I pledge to uphold the laws and rules of the Belize Youth Challenge Program. Sir, accept the challenge.
For Belize Now, I am Janelle Mencius.